Hey there, this is Joey McGuire, GM of Murfreesboro, planetjoeymcguire.com. Looks like we are about to get some serious rain here today. Hey, I want to talk with you about something this morning, something that is taboo to most salespeople. I want to talk with you about the F word, failure. Failure's something most people don't even want to think about. Failure reminds me of when I was a network marketer. There was a saying. I didn't make a dime from network marketing, by the way, but I did learn, some pretty cool marketing techniques. There was a saying that the team that I was on used to have, and that saying was, "Failure is not an option." Failure is not an option. Now, this saying really irks me. It gets under my skin. And here's why. Because we would have these weekly meetings and we would set, monthly, bi-monthly, 90-day goals. And most of the time we would fail to meet those goals. So to me, failure was an option. Now, not only was failure an option, failure was inevitable. So to me, that saying, failure is not an option, it has absolutely no meaning. In fact, going through life, you're going to find that failure is not only an option, failure is the only option. In fact, if you're not where you want to be, if you're not successful, there's an excellent chance that you haven't failed enough. Michael Jordan, probably, according to lots of people, the best basketball player who ever lived, always used to say, "I failed and I failed and I failed some more, and that is why I succeeded." So we have this mentality that we have to get it right the first time. And regardless of how it looks, nobody gets it right the first time. Albert Einstein said that somebody who has never failed has never tried anything new. So yes, you are going to fail. You're going to fall flat on your face, and you're going to get up and you're going to do it again, and you're going to fall flat on your face again. And eventually it's going to get to where you don't quite allow your face to hit the pavement. And eventually you're not falling at all. Dave Grohl, the drummer for Nirvana, I saw an interview with him one time, and they were getting his take on the whole American Idol mindset. And he said it's a dangerous mindset for young musicians, because it kind of tells them that the way you be successful in the music business is you go stand in line at American Idol for 6 hours, and then they tell you suck, and you come back the next year, you do it again. According to Dave Grohl, that's not the way you do it. What you do is you go buy a crappy guitar or bass or keyboard or drum set, whatever your instrument is, and you find other guys playing other instruments, and you get together in somebody's garage or basement, and you suck. You suck for years until one day you just don't suck anymore. So failure is not only an option, it is the only option. If you're not succeeding at what you want to do, then you are not failing enough. Failure is not something to be afraid of. Failure is something to be expected. So when somebody tells you failure is not an option, that person is really afraid. They're afraid to fail. Failure is always an option. It always has to be on the table, and it's always going to be that way. You cannot get around it. Now, there's another mindset, and this mindset also irks me, where they say the only real failure is quitting or giving up. No. Quitting can be a sign of exercising proper judgment, can be a sign of wisdom, a sign that this is not a fit. I don't need to be here anymore. Now, there's a fine line between exercising that kind of judgment and walking away from something that's uncomfortable for you that might be good for you. An example of that is a job that I used to have once. I've had several jobs like this, like I talked about in my last video. But this particular job, my only job, along with a crew of other guys, was to unload truckloads of beans. 100-pound bags of beans, 50-pound bags of beans. Now, after doing this, I did this job one day, by the way, one day. After that day, my wrists were raw. I mean, almost bleeding raw. And not only that, but the guys on the crew would go out back and smoke marijuana, and some would take pills, and it was just not a healthy environment to be in. So logically, that was not a good fit for me. So I quit that job after just one day. Now, compare that to where I am now. When I first started selling cars, it was extremely uncomfortable. When I was in training here, I would see customers walk in and I felt this level of discomfort I can't describe. Every ounce of my being told me to leave, told me this is not the place for you, you got to get out of here. But I couldn't find one logical reason for doing that other than I'm uncomfortable. This, is something that I've never done before. It's scary. And at this point in my life, I started questioning, why should I walk away from it just because of that? That's going to go away. And so I stuck it out, and I'm so glad I did. Because this is an awesome place to be. And again, going back to my last video, if you find yourself in a position where you hate your job and you're uncomfortable there and it appears to be going absolutely nowhere, we are now hiring. We're hiring for 2 salespeople. If you really want to improve your life, give me a call at 615-605-5701. That's 615-605-5701. And always remember that failure is not only an option, it's the only option. If you're not successful, it's because you haven't failed enough. This is Joey McGuire at Gym of Murfreesboro and planetjoeymaguire.com. I will see you soon.